Hello to all my friends out there. So now I have a weekly meal plan and I'm using the food out of my stockpile. Number one, pigs in a blanket. I buy the good hot dogs when they're on sale for $1 at 99 cents only. Two, meatballs. Usually I make meatballs and mashed potatoes, but the one meatball recipe that I really love now is Jan from New York City Saves Money meatballs. If it's not on my Twitter, I will post it back on my Twitter. I tried to keep about 50 posts on the Twitter. Meatballs are delicious, and you can just, they can be ready in 30 minutes. Turkey burgers. Okay, I found the best turkey burger recipe, in my entire life. And if it's not on my Twitter, I will make sure it's on there by the end of the day. Barbecue chicken. Okay, the way I make the barbecue chicken, because I worked all my life, is I lightly dust the chicken with flour, and then I put it in a pan with margarine. And I bake 350 and I turn halfway. About 15 minutes before it's done, I put the barbecue sauce on. And I usually have that with potatoes. I'm going to be eating a lot of potatoes because I have a lot of potatoes in the stockpile, instant. And corns. Okay, 5. Bacon, eggs with French toast. Okay, the way I make the French toast is I dilute evaporated milk and water, 1/2 evaporated milk, 1/2 water, and I usually add about a 1/2 cup of milk and 1 egg, and then I dip the toast or the bread, any kind. I have homemade bread. That's going to be very, very delicious for French toast. And I soak the bread in the egg mixture and fry it in oil, and usually I have some pancake syrup or some jam is good. You can make your own jam too. Cheese and chicken and macaroni and cheese. My neighbor brought me this macaroni chicken, like fried chicken with macaroni and cheese last week, and that was delicious. I'm going to make that this week. Fried rice. Okay, this is one of the recipes I want to get out there. Okay, you cut your Spam or, your lunch meat type meat. You can get at Dollar Tree in like little squares, and you fry it in oil. Then I move it to one side and I melt a little margarine. That margarine I got at the Himalayan shop is good. I'm going to be doing another video of the Himalayan shop. But I fry the egg. I scramble the egg in the margarine, and then, I scramble it all together with the Spam. I add cooked rice, and you can add any kind of vegetables, but frozen peas and carrots is really good. And then I season it with salt, pepper, and sugar, and that's going to give you a really, really good fried rice, and then serve with soy sauce. Okay, if you have to go somewhere and you bring a big pan of this fried rice, it's cheap on you, and all your guests are going to like it. Okay. Turkey burgers. I couldn't scroll down on my own videos, and I don't know the recipe by heart, but I'll put it on my Twitter. Okay, I want to mention this bean recipe. Okay, what I do is I take 1 can beans, usually pinto, any kind. I add fried bacon, a couple pieces, or about 4, for a 16-ounce can. I scramble, sausage, and I drain it, and I put that in the beans. And then I add onion or dry or fresh, garlic, dry or fresh. Usually I use garlic pepper. And then I add water, because I like my beans kind of like a soup. And I season with salt, pepper, and sugar. Okay, if you don't have bacon or sausage, you can use bacon grease or olive oil. And so now what you want to do is you want to cook that for a while, maybe 45 minutes, and you're going to have a nice little pan of beans. Okay, now macaroni and cheese. I want to give you guys my macaroni and cheese recipe one more time, because not everyone has it. I melt about 2 tablespoons margarine in a pan, and I sprinkle about 2 tablespoons flour. If you're new to gravy making, try this. It's so much better than the boxes. Anyway, you want to stir your gravy around. I will make it again this week. You want to stir that around until you really cook that raw flour taste off of your flour, season with salt and pepper, then add milk little by little. You want to make kind of a lightweight gravy because you're going to add cheese. So you add your milk little by little. I usually use evaporated milk, one half evaporated milk, 1/2 water. That gives you a very delicious gravy, just gravy. You can eat it on toast or homemade bread, but then add cheese. Okay, so I made this about a month ago using a coffee creamer. If you don't have milk, God forbid, you can make milk out of coffee creamer. 1/3 cup coffee creamer to 1 cup hot water. It's got to be hot. And believe it or not, that made a pretty good macaroni and cheese. You could add that, in the boxes when you need milk or you need milk in your recipes and you're out of milk, you can use the coffee creamer. I was trying to figure that out for the longest time. I found giant containers of coffee creamer, and I have that in the stockpile just in case I run out of milk. God forbid. And then you pour this over pasta. You can add more cheese and bake it if you want, or you can just eat it at this point. This is really good. So, okay, I want to get all my recipes out there to my new followers and my old followers. When my grandmother died, a lot of times we didn't pay attention, and some of the recipes were lost. So please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys have any good recipe videos, if you will let us know under comment, we will watch it. Or if you have any quick recipes, if you leave them under comments, my followers read the comments. So if you're new, start scrolling through those comments, get a notebook, and write those recipes in the notebook so they won't be lost. I hope you never need them, but you never know. So, okay, you guys, God bless you all.